Okay, are we in? Yeah, okay, great. Lovely. Hi. I made it. Sort of. What a drongo. Welcome. Thanks for joining me. My name is James. I use he, him pronouns. And we're going to sort some magic cards today. We've got a little bit of housekeeping to do, of course, as usual. And I need to adjust my ghetto ass. Probably not an appropriate word to use. Very jury-rigged microphone arm, but haha, accountability. Just getting myself all sort of comfortable and calm and collected. Okay, so accountability. You might notice that there is a lot more room here. There is a lot more room here on this playmat because I finally got the fucking camera to work. So that's exciting. Pretty pumped about that. And there ought to be a little bit of music coming through. It's every possibility that I've got the levels wrong. So if it's too loud, let me know and I will change that. Let me just tip this up a little bit so we don't keep getting the top of my hat disappearing. My beanie game on point. I got asked recently if I was Rob Zombie. I wish, but I am not. What other accountability stuff we got? Not a lot. Dear oh dear. I've been looking forward to this. Like today, this morning, it's having another one of those slow, kind of tired days, and I thought to myself, oh, how bad would it be if I just, if I just didn't. Let's see how much better. So that's there. The camera's a lot further away. So that shadow isn't as profound as it was before. And I don't know if this is gonna, whoa, where are we here? Will that autofocus for me? Yeah, it's pretty visible. Okay. That's what, kind of eye height there. All right. Gotta figure out where my zones are. And of course this camera is flipped. So otherwise it just looks weird to me. Yeah, so we'll be first lettering a bunch of cards again today. And if we find any interesting things to talk about, I'll tell you a story about them. And that is what's going to happen. That's pretty much it. I hope you guys are having a lovely week. People, you folks, you lovely human being, you. I need to break the habit of speaking to a group and address instead the individual, because you are only one person. Even if you're sitting there with a friend and are lucky enough to be sharing this experience with someone, the reality is that we are born alone, we die alone. Why is this Jace Mirror Mage? Oh, you know why? This Jace Mirror Mage has 2 cards in it, because I reckon this will be the emblem. Oh, it's a copy. It's a copy token. Create a copy. Oh, sick. Okay, that's cool. Goes to show how many of these magic cards I've ever seen. Never seen it before. Mirror Mage. Sanctum. JK. Rolling. And other turfs. But not much to report, I don't think. I'm pleased that I'm doing this. Oh, I started putting the episodes, quote unquote. It feels so grandiose to call these episodes when they're just... I do feel I need to use just as well to diminish the value or what have you of what I'm doing here. Anyway, episodes, for want of a better term. I've been putting them up on YouTube. So that's another thing that I wanted to... PNOP... QRS. Oh, that's good. If S is all the way over there, I can make multiple S piles relatively easily and not lose them at the end like we did last time, whenever that was, Monday. So after the stream on Monday, I had a lovely crossword session with my father, and we got 80 odd % of, that's cool. 80 odd % of Friday's crossword done. We're a bit slow lately, and only really get around to things when we get around to them, which I guess is true of all of us. T. All right, so I'm gonna need to find some way to secure this cable. So the microphone, you can see it wobbling there. It's a very, very basic, very, very basic. Oh man, Voracious Great Shark. That was a cool card too. Very basic microphone, but it does the job. And at the moment, that's what I'm down for. I'm down for good enough. I'm down for gets the job done. And if that's all I'm capable of at the moment, that's okay. I think I'm going to have to give myself an ultimatum that if I can't find a way, whoa, that's a bit sexy. If I can't find a way to basically to earn money from home, I'm going to need to get a job. And it may just be that I need to get a job working from home. No, that's fine. But the short version is that I can't stand people. Like, where would this go? I guess it goes in silver bordered cards, but like it's a bit special, right? It's a holiday promo card. I don't know. We'll put it to one side and see what happens to it. Probably just get moved around randomly for months on end. I think I've talked about this previously, but one of the reasons that I have been self-employed for so long is that I'm not a very good employee. I'm very stubborn and I'm not real good at following instructions. I have I don't know, some kind of, I don't know what kind of complex you'd call it, but basically believing that I know better. I don't. Like, rationally, I understand that experts know much better than I do about, pretty much everything. But maybe maybe I'll learn one day. Did we get any eyes? No, we didn't. Okay. Did anyone play Illusions Donate back in the day? That was a deck. That was a cool deck. Kira. Glass spinners. Beautiful. Haryuken. So what else have I got set up? I've remembered to set up the Twitch activity feed. So on the off chance anyone does follow us, I will see it and I'll be able to say, hey, thanks so much. Kind of in real time. JK, I didn't put L's up there. That's all right. J. We want to put the K's with the K's before I put the L's in their own pile. That's fine. Because I haven't yet taught the bot. Oh, I haven't even started the bot. Good work, James. I haven't taught the bot how to react to people following or doing anything like that yet. So super basic streaming activities, the bare basics you would expect. That's a pretty sweet merfolk. No, not even done that. So look at me go. Pemon's Aura. So Pemon's Aura is an anagram of Mr. Superman, or just Superman? Oh, I'm Superman. That's right. I'm Superman because Morphling back in the day was referred to Superman because he did everything. Reset. So Pemon's Aura turns you into a Morphling, turns a creature into a Morphling. and is therefore an anagram. Unlike Talum Tor, which is an anagram of Mr. Toilet. If you ever played that red legend from Mirage, Snapcast the Mage, Show and Tell. Man, some real cards. I love real cards. Thing in the ice, kids managed to jam it in its plastic sleeve into, like it's still in its pre-release cellophane. So there you go, Treasure Cruise. It's called Force Spike, isn't it? Or is it? It's Force Spike, surely. It's not Twiddle. I think someone's put it under T for Twiddle, but it's not Twiddle. Force Spike, right? Put those to one side and we'll look them up in a moment. Venza, Walk the Aeons, wins words, wrong turn. Oh, that's cool. I really have not seen many modern cards. Where would I even go to look cards up? Scryfall, right? And I want Force Spike. And will you show me all of the variations? If the music is too loud, let me know. I haven't done a test of it yet because I'm not that clever. Search already. 5th. Legends, 7th. Oh, it's not a Force Spike. Maybe it is a Twiddle. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Don't know what I'm talking about. Wouldn't be the first time, that's for sure. No, it's not Twiddle either. It's not Blue Blast, surely. Blue Elemental Blast. Yeah, right. It's not Blue Blast for sure. Okay, so what other one cost 4th edition? Okay, so let's go advanced search. Blue. Blue set 4th edition. Fourth edition fire and black bordered. I'm a goose and I put a B instead of a U. Oh, it's unsummon. Of course it is. Of course it's unsummon. TUV W. Of course it's unsummoned, you goose. Now, our favorite color, gold. Athreosks. So you can tell when we started to kind of struggle as a shop, right? Maybe struggle is not the right word, but Theros, to be determined what it was. Theros Beyond Death was the set where we started to close down. Oh, look at that guy. Sick. Gonna autofocus for us? Maybe not. Brockus. Cheval, he was a pain to play against. Delacos. With the lops of flavor on top. Ugh. Ugh. All these cards I hated playing against. So when I lived in Bendigo, when I grew up in Bendigo, there was a place on the hill. Whoa. Where are we? There was a big fancy old mansion type place up on the hill. And it was called The Eyrie. And not spelt like that, obviously, E-Y-R-I-E. And I thought it was a cool word. And I asked my mum, what does that mean? And she said, it means eagle's nest. And I was like, oh, that's a cool word. What language is it? And she gives me a funny look and she's like, English. Like, oh, okay. Way to make me feel dumb. Dum-da-dum-dum-dum. But yeah, Erie's a great word. So I was scrolling through TikTok the other day like I do, and I stumbled across a live that was a Falcon. It was a GoPro on a Falcon, the feed from a GoPro on a Falcon, above Dubai, of all places. Wow. Just wow. It was really, really neat to spend a couple of minutes watching over the shoulder of a Falcon as it soared around the municipality of central Dubai. Really cool. Very, very cool. And a cool idea for content too. Like a cool idea to do that. I'm guessing that fancy cameras, fancy mobile cameras like GoPros have that kind of wireless capacity or what have you. Or maybe they recorded it and simply uploaded it later. I don't know. I don't know how that works. KL. Regardless, very cool. Very cool. Oh, Bosh. Oh, Bosh. Magic cards, magic cards. Everywhere. So many. So many so far. Aha. More cues. Distant man-made watercourse. I have a feeling something. Look at this. This is a buyer box for M21. So another set that obviously we were on the cusp of having in the shop, and then didn't do quite so much as we had hoped. PQRS. We slide those to there. But all things come to an end. And I was thinking to myself, while I was doing the dishes this morning, I was thinking to myself that I'm a bit sick of grief. I'm a bit sick of pining and longing and yearning and all of those things. And I would like to move on to the next phase of my life, please, universe. I would like to move on to the part of the life where we thrive and we grow and we learn. I mean, I'd like to think that I'm a lifelong... Oh, Yorion, another freaking annoying card. Yeah, I'd like to think that I'm a lifelong learner and someone who is keen to be engaged with learning. Fucking hell. I don't know if you guys heard that, but Jesus Christ. Construction noise around here is out of control. So I have a bunch of Ikoria buyer box promos. If you buy a box of Ikoria from me, you get a buyer box promo. I promise. Because I have many Godzillas. So that's actually a Z. I wonder if I should fish some out to... I'll remember. It's fine. Narrator. He did not remember. Everybody's favorite... Oh, don't say it, James. Rainbow Dash Jar. Oh, you said it, you fucking idiot. Coffee time. Okay. Well, yeah, I'm pleased that we've got this camera up. There doesn't seem to be any interlacing issues, which is great. And if you're remotely interested in how I had to do it, so it's... I don't even know if I want to go into it. Like, oh, look at this beautiful card. I've cast this card. These are my Arcbound Ravagers from when I used to play Vintage. Oh, they're beautiful. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful cards. Such good friends with like Hangerback Walker. Oh, God, this is just money. When I took a break from Magic between Invasion, let me think, Invasion, Nemesis, Plane Chase. And then I wasn't around for like Odyssey block, Onslaught block. And Fifth Dawn had just come out. Fifth Dawn, listen to my Aussie accent. Fifth Dawn had just come out when I got back into Magic. When I came back from the country. And obviously modular was huge. The Arcbound Ravager deck with cranial plating and frogmites and what have you, just out of control. The deck was so forgiving. Like, you could make so many mistakes, but it was orders of magnitude better than the next thing out there. And it showed. It really did show. It would just play itself sometimes. Moxo Delisho. Yeah, playing Chrome Mox, but not imprinting anything on them so that you could feed them to your Arcbound Ravager. Mwah. Just good times, great rock and roll. Hey! GFA in the house. How we doing? Professionalism, organizationalisticism. That's a mouthful. That is definitely a mouthful. Oh, that's sick. When they take silver cards and they brown border them, I've definitely got a soft spot in my heart for that. Like the Judge foil, oh, that's sick too. The Judge foil, Dark Confidant, when they old bordered that, oh, just beautiful stuff. How we doing, Al? Godfather? My real dad? I was talking about my real dad a moment ago. He and I do the crossword together. Mono brown OP. Totally agree. Totally agree. If they did a brown Ravager, have they done a brown Ravager? Oh, I could go a brown Ravager. Ayo, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Could be taken on holiday. Brown Duplicant would be sick too. I think if they did that. Just brown cards in general are good. Silver is like, it's fine, and I guess it has its place, but like, you look at those two. Look at those. Velwar Stone. I've not got any Fs. I certainly don't give an F. I haven't got a lot to spare. All right. Is that Cristobal Sierra? Holy moly. Hello, sir. I saw the notification say fight 100 elf-sized dinosaurs. I'm like, no. No. Is that really who that is? Hey, wonderful. Good to see you. Thank you so much for doing the Lego thing the other day. Much appreciated. Oh, that's the Hangerback Walker Godzilla. That's kind of cool. I would play that, I think. Even though it's foil, I would play that. Hangerbacks, are my Hangerbacks in here as well? Let's see. Japanese Hangerback in 3-2. No, Chinese ones. Young Master Crucify, indeed. Just this morning. My almost 4-year-old, my 3.99-year-old, has a couple of go-to questions that he asks when certain things happen. And anytime he's exposed to a globe, so like a planet Earth model, he finds Australia and says, we live here. And then he says, where was Cristobal born? And that's the next part of the globe that he wants to know about. And so we spin the globe a little bit and we find Chile and we say, this is where Cristobal. This narrow little strip here. Got Howling Mines? Iron Maiden. What's under Socrates? Honda's banner. That somehow turned into a real card as well. It's another piece of junk from Kamigawa block. The longest country. It's the longest top to bottom, right? Or is Canada one of those ones that wins that award as well because it's all the islands and things? Maybe that's what... Oh, hang on. I've got 2 piles of K now. Did I just put my Ks on my Js? I did. What a drongo. Ks on my Js. JK. 4,000... That's a long way. When you're describing the mountains in Chile, do you still say, I still got Andes? Minor crypt. Gedunken vs. Clava. You're welcome. About to skip over my L's into my M's, aren't I? Just by looking at my Lotus Blooms. K, L, M. Ah, nuts. I must admit my geography is terrible. I don't even know if they are. Are they Andes? Are they like South American Andes? Though is that mountain range called something different? Nyx Lotus. I heard a story the other day that's one of those stories that I probably can't ever be corroborated, but sounds like it's real. And it was that the playtesters for Magic told Richard Garfield that Black Lotus was broken. And that if someone got their hands on a few of them, that it would break the game. And he said, how many would they have to buy to break the game? And they kind of sort of figured it out. And he's like, well, by that point, we'll have so much money, we'll be able to fix the game again, so it won't really matter. Which kind of, it feels like the kind of thing that Wizards, it feels like one of the founding rules of Wizards of the Coast. Get money now, fix problem later. Or, even better, get money now, don't fix problem later, get more money later. Serum powder. Dredge players arguing endlessly about how many serum powders is the right number of serum powders. That's a pretty sweet smokestack. Oh. Smokestack. Ah. I remember being in the finals of a vintage event and being locked out under smokestack, and I had an out. I had to draw Black Lotus, and then draw a Mox or something like that, or like a Soul Ring or another. I had to get to 4 mana. I had 0 permanents on board. I had to get to 4 mana. And it would allow me to. My opponent was on 1 life, and so we you know, there were spectators, and we were talking about what outs I had, and I was saying how I had to draw Black Lotus and something else. And as I was saying that, I drew Black Lotus, and I'm like that, and then I immediately dropped it onto the table, and then realized my mistake because I'd played it and I didn't have the 4th mana. I only had those 3, so it, you know, got eaten up by the smokestack on the following turn, and I threw my chance at victory away. Rico, hey. That was a sad day for me. Great day for Josh Butler though. He had a fantastic time locking me out. There's the Thorn of Amethysts from my deck. As if restrict Thorn of Amethyst. Soft. finding, like trimming a vintage deck down to 60 cards was always difficult because there was so much good stuff. Oh, speaking of good stuff, so much good stuff to squeeze in that I was always a little bit happy when a card got restricted, because it meant we had 3 more slots in our deck for free. Catch up when you're offline. Oh, thanks, Rico. Thanks so much. I've started putting them onto YouTube as well. So if that's an easier way to watch or to imbibe those tales, then they're up on the Games Lab YouTube. And I'll try and keep doing that as much as possible. I think what I'll try and end up doing is, if I stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then post those Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, or something like that. YouTube seems more stable than Twitch. Yeah, well, it's like Amazon versus Google, right? Yeah, the age old. Twitch is sometimes choppy. Yeah, I think because I'm not a partner or anything, I don't get any type of like specialty, not, what would you call it? Like priority, I guess is the word for it. Priority treatment as far as bandwidth. So yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if Twitch is choppy at best. Alrighty, we're almost into the good stuff. We're almost into lands. And then that will probably bring us to the end of the first lettering, and we might be able to start actually alphabetizing. Yawn. Got that little, it's got a little circle around the, I guess that means it's a reprint, right? Whoa, hang on, where are we? Come back, come back. Ah, this way. Yeah, it's got the little Planeswalker symbol down in the corner there. I don't know what that means. Hey, that's a list cardo. A list cardo. Oh, is it one of the ones that was inserted as a subset in some other blah, blah, blah? Null 23. How you doing? Right, okay. Yeah, it is one of those things. Okay. A list cardo. Fragmentado cauterizador. Got it. A null by any other name. Deathrite Shaman. There's another real card. Banned in Modern, right? Or at least for a little bit. DC? CD? D? Hang on, what's gone wrong here? Why do I have D's here? And C's here? And C's here? Oh no! Oh no! Decree of Silence? What is going on? Okay, I've fucked it up here. That's probably why I thought I didn't have any F's earlier. Okay, what a drongo. Okay, so this is actually E. All right. Reverse, reverse, reverse. Okay, Door of Ultimatum. Eerie Ultimatum. Of course we have F's. Saw Chris in the picture for an event on Facebook last night. Hey, yo. Yeah, he leaves his house. He goes and does stuff. He has like a social life and stuff. Very impressive. He went to the Lego store opening and messaged us to say he was in line for things, and we conned him into getting us something. Okay, so D's nuts. Somehow I put the cloud keys on the D's. Okay, I think we're back on track now. I think I have fixed my error, at least some small part of the errors of my way. Cristobal, the famous Pokemon. Game's good as far as I can tell. Game seems good. Okay, this D stack is getting quite large. Large. The big D. Is it Drogskull Captain that had a misprint? It's one of those type jobbies. They just got the casting cost wrong on some of the printings. Good old Wizards. I'd say never change, but I know full well they're never going to change, so. Fame Mouse. I'll tell you one of the highlights of the beginning of lockdown streaming-a-thon was Cristobal playing that 3D mouse game. That was super fun to watch. Really pretty game. Grim, grim, grim. Dude, Chapter 2 is out, but only in bloody PlayStation. Oh no! So well, you got to have a PlayStation 5 to play the mouse game. That's ass. Waking up is hard to do. It is. It is. And then, like, after you wake up, you've got to get out of bed, right? What I've found is if I make a jug of coffee, it lasts me about a day, right? So if I get slightly out of sync with the jug itself, it means that if I make a jug of coffee after lunch, it means that when I go to bed, there's still a couple of cups of coffee left in the jug, which means that when I'm lying in bed in the morning going, please, universe, give me a reason to want to get out of bed, I remember that there's already coffee made, and all I need to do is pour myself a delicious cup. And that gets me to jump start. What's about this vanilla 5/5 from Legends is worth more than $1? Stupid Legends cards. The coffee's so good, yeah. I'm not even getting the good beans at the moment because this became too difficult to order them. But yeah, we're making do with the beans that are available at the local shop for local people. Sitting here in the basement, I can hear a lot of the conversations that happen down in the laneway of the tradies on their mobile phones. And obviously it's mostly just bitching about the construction site and people making mistakes. And I wonder whether they can hear me. I guess I'm not on my phone going, Jesus fucking some cunt, fucking fuck. So, how big are the drug orders? Yeah, you're gonna want to back up the truck. BDC! The wife and son are giving me a jump start. Yeah, literally jumping on you. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I do get woken up like that. There's a difference though between getting woken up and dragging us out of bed. My youngest has figured out that I'm not a big fan of having the doona pulled off me. So he thinks it's hilarious to yank the covers off, especially on a crispy Sunday morning when you think that you might get a couple of minutes extra. Nah. No siree, Bob. Oh, Navinral. Larry Niven himself. So yes, along with anagrams, early Magic cards often had nods to sci-fi writers and what have you. So Navinral, famously of where are we here? Famously of Navinral's disc. It's a Larry Niven backwards. If you've never read a Larry Niven book, he wrote a series. They're not like a series in that they go together, but he basically wrote a bunch of books of there's an asteroid coming to Earth. What if it hits us? There's an asteroid coming to Earth. What if it narrowly misses us? There's an asteroid coming to Earth. What if it misses us by miles? We have a basement. We don't have a basement. We have a garage. So it's ground level. Famous landmarks or capital cities of countries. Dad, wake up. What's the capital city of Hungary? That was my little brother's go-to joke. The capital of Hungary is obviously starving. My 9-year-old's current favorite is saying, what's the capital of, so say, what's the capital of Hungary? And the answer, of course, is H. And it's like a, when the kids have questions like that, it's like a life and death thing. Like, oh my God, quick, you've got to tell me what the capital of Hungary is. Otherwise the terrorists win. Like, no, mate. The terrorists are winning right now because they're demanding I answer the geography questions before I even have a coffee. Got BioBox promos? Jeez Louise. Alright. Rien Arith, the Awakener? Safi Eric's daughter? She looks good in that new frame. Skull Prophet. Step 4. Prophet. Wow. Stacks on? Yes. Yeah, oh my God. Stacks on. Dad's a mountain. Let's climb. Yeah, Obi does a thing called thwomping. And thwomping is where he stands above you and effectively just goes limp and just slams into you. Loves it. Oh, Trigon Predator. There's another card I like playing. Tease. Over here. Thwomping. Of course, he thwomped into the coffee table on the weekend. Split his lip open like an idiot. XY. Xenagos, god of orgies. Depending on what language you speak. Is it Spanish or Portuguese where it's god of orgies? You can imagine looking at that in an encyclopedia. No, God. Oh my God. Oh, encyclopedia. Ugh. It's okay. Any day now, your kids will be like, they won't ask you questions anymore. It'll just be like, hey Google, what's the capital of Hungary? I saw a video the other day where a woman was streaming and she was telling the story about another streamer who had got a text-to-speech donation, and the text-to-speech said, hey Google, what's my address? And Google Assistant read out his address live on camera. And that's exactly how she told the story. So she activated her own Google Home by saying that. And it subsequently read out her address. And she managed to dox herself accidentally. Like a Drongo. EFI. I know I managed to get. I got Shieldsy once. I got his Google Home to play Venga Boys. So nothing too out there, but Rargan. Savai Trihome. Now we're probably going to need a whole pile for temples all by themselves. Yeah. Temple. I'll stow them over here in my temple stow. Temple. So how's this? I got I don't know if how many of you know that I was part of a medical testing thing for a early COVID vaccine, and I got paid in like Coles Myer gift cards. So I wanted to buy something from Officeworks, and in the fine print on the back of the cards, like I can use them in Officeworks, but I can't use them for Officeworks online. And I don't understand what's the difference between, like, is there a reason? Or is it, I mean, I'm guessing the reason is fraud and scams. but I would just like to order things and have them arrive rather than have to go physically into a shop and deal with all of that. Blink my fixes. Paducah Bog. Reason is hope they expire on you before you get to use them. It's a good reason. It's a good reason. I've checked the fine print. I have 4 years to drag myself into an Officeworks. Like I used one of them to get Kato a waffle iron for Christmas. So I ordered that from the Maya website online. So I don't know why I can't. Yeah, 4 years. Yeah. I honestly thought they'd changed the rules in Australia and that they weren't allowed to run it anymore. Because I know I get Woolworths gift cards from my credit card, and I've certainly had at least one of those run out. They were only good for like 3 months or 6 months or something. I was pretty mad about that, but then so I was really diligent going forward to always use them. Basically immediately upon getting them. And then recently I was looking at the fine print again, and they've changed to not expire at all. So that's pretty cool. As far as, narrow use knowledge. And oh God, just Russian language cards. Where are we? Come back. Yeah, here. Get into the habit. I find my body memory for that. It's just gonna have to. The Russian language always makes me feel like I'm on the verge of being able to read it, but I can't quite. Makes me feel like I'm dreaming. Like a dream language that doesn't quite resolve into language. Okay. Irrigated. Chapels. What are these whiteboarded ones going to be? Karplusen Forest. Yeah, I think there was a Karplusen Forest in the Ice Age starter that I learned how to play Magic with. What was my MVP? It would have been Abyssal Spectre. 2 black, 2/2, 2/2 flying. It's like a Hypnotic Spectre. It's worse than a Hypnotic Spectre. It was all just... And then he woke up. Luxury Suite. That's a cool card. It's just a good looking piece of cardboard. Oh, my Mishra's Factories. Whoa, more real cards. They're the Mishra's Factories that I played in Vintage. I killed many a creature with those. God, I remember... Oh God, what was his name? French guy. Anyway, we played a bunch of... he played a bunch of the Vintage events in Canberra and what have you. And yeah, we were playing one time and he attacked into me with his Phyrexian Revoker. It's a 2/1, and I activated my Mishra's Factory, blocked, used my Mishra's Factory to pump itself to a 3/3, killing his Phyrexian Revoker. And he's like, oh, I should have seen that. Oh, it's right there. Oh. And I'm like, yeah, it's, pretty obvious, pretty standard trick. And then the very next turn, he did it again. The very next turn, he attacked with his and his Revoker was revoking something important. It was doing the job. Reliquary Towers. Maybe I should be giving these away with orders. Hey, what do we think about having effectively like a garage sale? Like sometime in the next month or so, I organize a time to pull up the roller door here in the garage, and you guys can swing past and say hey, and if there's anything you've been meaning to grab but it's been fiddly because of shipping or whatever, you can come and grab. I'll give you a reliquary tower. You can have a reliquary tower if you come by. Yes, the garage sale. Do I want folks near my house? I mean, I don't want, you know, bozos near my house, but you guys are okay. You're all good people. Strip mine, check price. That's a Korean strip mine. Beautiful. Korean's a similar sort of feel for me. Like it feels like a mirage that's about to, it's like right on the verge of turning into language. The story of the Korean written language is fascinating too. That they basically just made it up, and not that long ago. The Emperor of Korea is like, it's ridiculous that our literacy rate is so low. Let's fix that. And then they just did, and within a single generation, they went from like something ludicrous like single digit literacy to like high 90% literacy. And the written language just makes sense. Oh, these are those jobbies, aren't they? The special insert ones that they've got a name. Like I can't remember what they're called. I'm pleased that I can't remember what they're called. But the special versions of things that again got inset into other boosters. That's a box topper? Oh, sick. You'd think it would say that on there. What? Expedition. Thank you. That's exactly what they are. Okay. So we've got piles and piles of first lettered cards. And then we start putting them back in again. Slightly more organized. So is it we add entropy or we remove entropy? I can never remember. Entropy sounds like it's decaying. But I guess it's decaying into a less energetic state, right? So by sorting things, we're removing entropy. We must be adding entropy, right? Because it's not reverting to chaos, it's reverting to order. Yeah, anyway, I can never remember. It's one or the other. Obviously, like so many things. UVWX. Oh, I like my bot so much. Have I watched Tenet? No, I've been meaning to. I don't have... I don't have like an audio visual setup that would do it justice. At the moment, UTU. So, yeah, I've not yet done it. I also have kind of a bit of a weird relationship to movies. Like I'd rather watch a series than watch a movie for whatever reason. Something to do with character development, I think. I don't know. Movies feel a bit sort of throwaway unless they're like exceptionally good, which my understanding is that Tenet is exceptionally good. So yeah, don't know what to do about that. Reversed entropy, which after watching it around 6 times, I still don't understand. Right, good. Well, as I just pointed out, I can never remember which way entropy works. I'm sure if Brewer or Vance were here, they'd explain it to us. I'm sure you guys all get it. You all understand this stuff. You're all bright cookies. You're simply humoring me and allowing me to go on struggling through the darkness of my existence. I think anytime anyone says Tenet, I think of the Hugh Jackman magic movie is it The Prestige? And I don't know why those two movies have kind of crossed over in my brain. But yeah, okay. Garage sale. I will consider. Say, oh, it's the same director. They're both Christopher Nolan. Okay, maybe that's why I've got them kind of crossed over, looped over. That movie made me sad. I felt really bad for all. I'm hopefully not spoiling any of it. I felt really bad for all the clones in that had to drown. That drowned to death. That, yeah. What's the statute of limitations on? You overestimate the power of the dork side. Yeah, there's lots of feel bad in that movie. And what was the other one? Because The Prestige is one of those movies where two movies came out basically at the same time with very similar themes. The Illusionist? Is that the other one? That's the one I haven't seen, I'm pretty sure. Because The Prestige has twins, right? Put Lotus Fields and Luxury Suites on my M's. Illusionist got Norton. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's the one I haven't seen. Despite being a massive fan of Edward Norton. Figure that out. I mean, I haven't seen Hulk either, but... I don't really want to watch a movie about grieving for my dead father. That seems like something, like I said, I'm a bit over grieving at the moment. I would like to start doing some thriving rather than simply surviving. I'm a survivor. James, please stop singing. And who's the guy that I always think is Ed Norton but isn't? Sam Rockwell. Sam Rockwell's amazing. You like them both? Would rate Prestige higher? Yeah, I think Prestige is cool. And it had all that the Tesla stuff in it, right? The disappearing hat. KLIJK. Now, furthermore onto the accountability thing, I have not checked out BinderPOS or looked at any other type of cataloging trading cards system. So if you guys have any guidance on that, I'm wide open ears. Bitches love Tesla. Tesla got no bitches though, so how about that? You've learned a good chunk about BinderPOS. What's your quick capsule review? Just thumbs up, thumbs down? Is it good for Pokemon as well as for Magic? Easy to use, no control. Okay. Okay. No control. That's an interesting takeaway. GF. All right. Okay, definitely getting into the swing of things. So that was do I have any card display folders in stock? I do have a few, not many. If you look up, I think all the binders will be on the web store. So if you want to see what kind of range we've got on there. And then message me beforehand before you put in an order and I can send you a code for free shipping or something. I was thinking about putting like a blanket discount code in the Twitch chat for people. I haven't organized it yet. It's just something I've been thinking about. So that if you do manage to catch the stream, this is a little thank you for you guys hanging out and Yeah, don't know. Chalice of the Voids. Used to buy Chalice of the Void hand over fist. There was a point where the market was so overheated that one of the Sydney stores was buying at Star City Games sell price. Right? So if Star City was selling for 80 US, they would buy it for 80 Australian. Just 1-to-1. Which is great for us because we were selling for like Star City 1.1. So when we needed to flush some stuff, we would just go to them and dump stuff on them, and it's great. Man, abusing buy lists was so much fun. How are they listed last I looked? Good question. I would have thought they'd be called Binder. Let me see if I can pull it up and have a look. I'm a survivor. No, okay, so nothing comes up for Binder. Go store. Why would accessories have miniatures underneath them? That's certainly going to make things harder to find. Ugh, so many things here. Sleeves, sleeves, sleeves. Find a folder maybe? Squatter? Why is that on there for folder? Okay, I don't know the answer. So I will find out for you, Null. Hold me to it. I know we don't have very many. I think we've only got a couple. So, and I feel like they're like the Xeno skin jobbies. So, I'll write it on my accountability list, and I'll message you what I've got. What else? Do we get to hear the Dark Ascension story? I don't know. Oh! Battery level low, exchange battery. Okay. Well, that's good news. El Gato no Signo. Cool. Well, that's how much battery I have in that camera. So I also need to add power for overhead camera. Easy peas. So I don't know. I don't know if I get in trouble for the Dark Ascension story. Like, it's been a long time, but I don't know what the statute of limitations is on that kind of thing. Let me speak to my people, okay? I did ask a couple of people about it, but yeah, I didn't ask the most important people. So you didn't know there was a story? You know, there you go. So now knowing a story is part of the story, at least. Okay, I am going to... Rico, let's just say everyone was a winner in that particular scenario. I'm going to bounce. It's been an hour. Thank you so much for joining me. As I said, this episode won't be up on YouTube tomorrow. The Mondays will, because I'm still playing catch up. I think that's right. Maybe it is. Maybe I'm caught up. Who knows? We'll find out. It'll be great. Thank you. Take care. I love you. And yeah, look after yourself. Stay hydrated. Bye.